We all saw Logan Paul's response video to Coffeezilla. I gave my personal opinion about it in a previous video. In this video, I'm going to play his response, and I'm going to go through it and break down my thoughts as we go through the video. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. I hope you guys enjoy this kind of content. Be sure to hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get more content coming out from the channel. I have a lot planned here. You guys do not want to miss it, so be sure to do that. Let's jump right in. So this is Logan Paul's response video. Check it out.
Coffeezilla. I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While you're
okay, so real quick, just coming off the bat here, Logan already messed up from the very beginning of this video. He came into this response already attacking Coffeezilla, saying you're using my names for clicks and views and so on and so forth. He's already attacking. He's not here to be understanding. He's here to attack Coffeezilla.
Work used to be impartial. Your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment, and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions. Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. You see,
again, saying he's making this video to defend him. His keyword is defend himself. He's here to defend himself, not take an understanding approach, not take any responsibility. He wants to defend himself.
Coffeezilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But as opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core discrepancies that I caught in Coffeezilla's investigation. Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process.
So wait a minute. You are going at Coffeezilla for interviewing a criminal, but you hired him. Logan, you hired the guy. So why are you attacking Coffeezilla? You're slamming yourself. You're going after Coffeezilla for interviewing a criminal when you're the one that hired him. Bro.
I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who will be calling Z here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm burning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits?
Again, you say fondness for orange jumpsuits, but you're the one that hired the dude. Like, are you confused? Are you lost? You hired the guy. You can't attack Coffeezilla for interviewing him when he's the one that worked for you.
Or did you just hear what you wanted to hear and moved on? Because even if you're lying to yourself, Steven, you still have to believe it. And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling? I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me. And surely...
Okay, first off, don't go blaming your team, dog. Don't blame your team. It's not on them. Like, this is on you. You need to take responsibility. Take a little bit of responsibility for this situation, Logan, because sure, your team, maybe your team didn't vet, but at the end of the day, all of this falls on you. He worked under you. Quit pointing fingers.
Surely you knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why?
First off, this is Logan's second rug pull. Cryptozoo is his second rug pull. So him bringing that up is kind of irrelevant.
Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy. You seemed pretty excited when the guy told you that he couldn't hatch the eggs.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding! You can't hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Yeah, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out in your fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the
Now this, I don't really know. Maybe it came like later on. I don't really know when hatching was a thing in this. I don't really know. Maybe it came later, but I wonder where he got the photos for the NFTs. Like he hired this this developer team, right? Millions of dollars for a developing team. And those photos look like they're worth about $1. I find that funny.
The opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basically, nothing worked.
And by the way, guy, almost all NFTs are just pictures.
I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
And surely a real internet detective would not break criminal and civil laws in trying to get information, right? So why have you allowed the illegal recording of Jeff's phone call without his permission? And then more like an internet criminal, post it online.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna back up for a second. This is where things get a little tricky, right? There's a lot of things at play for the phone call. Number one, yes, Coffeezilla is Texas based, right? It says here, note that California is a 2-party consent state. Yes, Coffeezilla is in Texas. This call went over state lines, right? I believe Logan Paul's manager is in California. So the law is a little tricky. However, the kicker of this, and this, I'm going to add a disclaimer in this because I could be wrong, but from what I read or what I've heard and seen is that the call wasn't actually recorded. It was given to Coffeezilla. As in, Coffeezilla didn't record it. The call was given to Coffeezilla. That's what I've read and heard, and I could be wrong, but that's just what I've seen. And if that's the case, I'm just going to lay out the scenario. If that is the case, then the law does not apply. Because I think ownership of the asset is different, right? So I don't know. There's a lot. This is tricky. This is hard to give a specific direction on this call, because there's a lot at play. So, but yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Criminal, post it online.
And it was interesting. It was like, this is wild.
Now, although you didn't verify any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as truth, and broke laws, you still published the defamation. However, unlike you, the blockchain doesn't lie. So let's highlight some things that you did point out. Crypto King Jake stole $6 million. True or not, we had already removed him from the team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial. Conman Eddie, lead developer, stole $1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, he was immediately removed from the team. While myself and Jeff sold nothing and made nothing as verified through investigation and the blockchain.
Jeff, Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold. Neither did Logan Paul.
I repeat, Jeff and I made no money and will never make any money on cryptozoo. In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intentions. Jake the Snake is no longer affiliated with cryptozoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation.
Real quick, I want to touch on the intentions. He says that the crypto space is ripe for people with bad intentions, which I do agree with, but I almost wonder what was his intentions, right? What was Logan's intentions for cryptozoo? Even though he says that he doesn't ever plan to make any money from the program, the game, what's his intentions with it?
Con man Eddie is being investigated by a higher authority that I cannot speak on. As you can imagine, I was not cleared from legal to discuss much of this, including
I'm not cleared from legal to discuss much of this, but here I am online discussing a lot of it. Good one, Logan.
the legal process being undertaken and the criminal investigations going on during the fallout, but I do appreciate you calling out that rats under my nose stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives in our back. But even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information. See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that cryptozoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends?
Well, bro, how long has it been? Like, how long has it been, bro? People have lost money. You disappeared. I mean, what are we even talking about here?
I got everything stolen from me and our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it. And
Next. I don't think it's defamatory, right? You're talking about an investigation that Coffeezilla did, which was very, very thorough and in detail and highlighted a lot of things that was wrong. At the end of the day, it's all personal opinion, right? I mean, to win a defamatory case is not an easy thing to do. And I don't think Logan has any ground to stand on to win a defamatory case. And then to go on here and threaten online that you better use the profits to get a lawyer because I'm going to sue you. Well, why would you threaten that right now? You just took away all of your ability to take any responsibility for anything because now it's going to make you look bad in your court case. Logan really dropped the ball on this video. Like, this is a terrible response video. Like, I don't know what he was thinking or who encouraged this or helped him with this and what they were even thinking, what mindset everybody's in, but this is the worst response video he could have ever done.
maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me personally, not my manager, Jeff, who is not me, Steven, but the first time you did was on Christmas Eve after you released your series so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used recklessly. The subject line was third request for comment. Yeah, not quite. This will be my third time reaching out to you and your team. The first...
Okay, hold on. Third time reaching out to you and your team. He reached out to his manager, Logan's manager, twice. Like, what more do you want? This is the best way he can try to get a hold of you. He has tried reaching out to you. Whether it's directly to you or not, he still went to your manager. Your manager. And if your manager isn't relaying this, then you have an issue with your manager. This isn't on Coffeezilla. He did his part on trying to reach out to you.
First two times were through your manager, Jeff. The first two times were through your manager, Jeff. Okay, so the last time on Christmas Eve, after the fact, was to me. You have a funny way of twisting things. And I also noticed you left out that part on Twitter. Why hide that? Trust me, cryptozoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it. And honestly, it sucks that after years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations and busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of, you led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience. That is patently false. This video is mainly for my fans and anyone who's on the fence that I hope I can help understand.
Bro, you say this is for your fans? Your fans are going to turn on you hard. People are already turning on you because of this video. Bro, this is the worst video you could have possibly made.
understand a situation that is tremendously complex but has been oversimplified for both views and clicks. And lastly, Coffeezilla. I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimy as so I'm not going to come on any of your podcasts. If you want to come on Impulsive and talk about this, that's fine. You've denied my invitation multiple times. You're still invited. It can be a one-on-one. If not, we're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build cryptozoo, and I'll see you in court.
You want to come on Impulsive and talk about it? I don't know if, I mean, in my early video before this, I mentioned that he left the door open for this, and I think it's possible that that he could go on Impulsive. Coffeezilla would go on Impulsive and have a one-on-one conversation as long as it's live for everybody to see and it's very transparent. I think that's possible. But then again, I don't know if Coffeezilla is going to be up for it. At the same time, I don't think that either one of them want to go through years of a defamatory case. So this isn't done. This is going to unravel even further, and there's going to be more things emerge from this, more internet drama, and we'll all be here just soaking it in. And then, of course, at the end of his video, he has a cryptozoo advertisement. That's awesome. Worst video. That response video was absolutely horrible. I do not agree with it. I think Coffeezilla is in the right for everything that he said and done in the investigation. It's what he does. He investigates frauds, and he found a lot of discrepancies in cryptozoo. So I gotta say, Logan, horrible, horrible video. But to everybody watching this video, if you like this kind of content, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.